Welcome to my channel, y'all. Uh, I got another live I want to do, another story I want to talk about. Just here enjoying the weather. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe. So y'all coming on in there. We're almost halfway away from 1,500 subscribers. It's going down. So, but anyway, um, this is a question that's been going around. I guess, Stephen A. Smith put it out there as if he spoke for the black community, but he posed the question, or I guess he made a demand that Will Smith owes the black community an apology. And of course, he was kind of jumped on for suggesting that, and he's gone on and changed his mind on that whole thing. And it did kind of like a walk back after receiving some backlash for suggesting that as if he spoke for the black community. Stephen A. Smith does not speak for the black community. What he's always been doing for the past 12 years on that ESPN show, that is try to trash and devalue the marketability of black male players. So for him to say, you owe black people an apology, that could be true, whatever, but I guess it's the messenger we have a problem with, because he is not that person. So, but anyway, those of you, if you haven't been living under a rock, you know that Bad Boys for Life. I haven't gone to see it yet, so hush. But I plan to go see it and let all y'all get a chance to see it so I can watch the movie in peace. But Bad Boys for Life topped the $100 million mark at last weekend's box office. And from all accounts, people are saying it's a good movie. With those bad boy movies, you really can't go wrong. But with this huge success, with the huge success of the movie, people are saying, now all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden, but the whole Slapgate from 2 years ago at the Oscars, that's been brought up, and people are looking at Will again, and they're wondering if he owes black people an apology. He's already, you remember he did the whole apology tour when it first happened, to the point of, saying he apologized. He sent Chris Rock an apology. Chris Rock did not respond. Y'all saw how Chris Rock responded in his Netflix special. It was epic. And so, for me, I'm never going to move on from that, but I'm not going to hold him hostage. But let me tell y'all something. It's so many things behind that whole, when he slapped him. A lot of people are saying, oh, Will doesn't owe him anything. He don't owe him an apology. And some people are like, well, I ain't like Chris Rock anyway. And the thing is, what remains to be true, because we see it even on a local level, whatever you do to black men and black boys, it does rarely any heavy repercussions. And so Will Smith must have felt very comfortable. He understood that if you attack a black man, even on national TV, world television, the backlash isn't really that tough. There are a few people who probably booed and hissed a little bit, but anybody that's saying that this was Will Smith's comeback movie, he never went anywhere. He never went anywhere. He may put something else out. Will is a bankable movie star. I love Will Smith in his movies. Now, I don't know him personally, but I enjoyed all of his movies except for Hancock. I didn't like him being the alcoholic or the drunk superhero where that white girl get to whoop his ass. Now, he's stronger than her, but somehow the white woman get to whoop his ass. I ain't like that. And then you had Legend of Beggar Vance, where he played a ghost to help Matt Damon. What was his famous line? Oh, sir, you just lost your swing. I didn't care for that either. I well, and I didn't, of course, a lot of us can agree, we did not like that 6 degrees of separation when he's playing the gay son and getting his cheeks clapped by the white guy. Didn't matter what race it was. The point is getting his cheeks clapped. We didn't like that. So we didn't care about the storyline and none of that shit. So, but I know when I saw that night at the Oscars, and 3 years or so prior to that, Jada Pinkett Smith had called for a boycott of Oscars So White. Okay, nobody really paid that attention, but okay. The night that Will decided to act a fool was an actual black night at the Oscars. Man, talking about ruining a good night, Will. He was up for an Oscar. Samuel Jackson was presenting a Lifetime Oscar by Denzel Washington. Quite a few black folks won Oscars. Will Packer, y'all know his movies. He wrote and directed and produced the Oscars that night. It was an actual black night at the Oscars. And I'd be goddamn. When it's a black night at the Oscars, all of a sudden, black on black violence, the biggest of was arguably the biggest movie star in the world, decides to get in his feelings and smack another grown man on world television, live on world television, then used belligerent, disrespectful language. Say the fuck, be my wife, not your fuck, He got, look, Will, you know you didn't get any points for that, right? And I'm one of your biggest fans as it relates to your image. I don't know you personally, but I know as it relates to images, because what I do, I know how to separate. I like the images, so I don't know the person. But something about that night, it bothered me, and it still kind of bothers me today. I just saw something, and when I saw that whole thing play out, when he went up there and he smacked him, I was like, damn, was that real? And then they kind of shut it down and got it together and said, man, I can't believe he did that, because on that night, again, it was a black night. So many wonderful things happened that night at that show. Because that's why I've always asked, Will, were you hired to do that? Were you hired to purposely sabotage an actual great evening of black celebrations? And then you won. I went to see King Richard. It is a wonderful movie. I thought you should have won Best Actor, and guess what? You won, but you even shitted on your own celebration. Talking about being emotional, and we talk about emotional men as a mental health professional. Master of social work, licensed master of social worker, and licensed chemical dependency counselor. Deal with depression, anxiety, trauma. We talk about the need for so many men to go to counseling. Do all this before you do something like what Will Smith did. That is to destroy something that's almost irreparable. And I was so disappointed. I'm trying to describe the feeling that went through my body the night he did that. It was a hurt. It was a disbelief. Then it turned into an anger. And it just turned into almost like I went into like a mourning. Like I was mourning the death of something. I think Will Smith, what you did was you killed whatever respect I had for your image. And it was disappointing. No, I wasn't living in La La Land or living in Fantasyland. It was just when you did that, man, you don't know what damage you did. But the Oscars banned him for 10 years and all of that. He'll be able to come back in about 5 more years or whatever to do his thing. But they didn't ban him from making movies. Hollywood didn't ban him from making movies. He didn't get the ultimate punishment, because we all know had it been a white man that he smacked, Will Smith would not be able to make. He would not be able to make a movie that comes from Tubi. But again, to go back to what I said, due to the fact that he smacked a black man, it continued to show us the low value of a black man's life in this country. And it's so unfortunate that we in the black community tend to follow that lead when we attack each other. How they just kill black men and barely go to jail, or if they go to jail, they'll be out and a lot of these in the inner city neighborhoods, they get to hurt black men and make old black people feel unsafe and make black women feel unsafe. Y'all see how this rap music continues to flourish because they know the rap music is negatively impacting and influencing black kids, black males dying at a beat or remix. And so when it comes to black male lives, you know, the value isn't there. And I guess some of you would say, well, what about black males valuing their own lives? That is a fair assessment. So if Will Smith, the question becomes, Stephen A. Smith put out there, does he owe a black community an apology? I'm like, for what? If Will Smith owes the black community an apology, black Democrats owe the black community an apology. If they done way worse to black people than what Will Smith did to that one person, but I'm understanding how powerful images are, so I'm going there. If Will Smith owes black people an apology, the drug dealers that we look past every day in these black neighborhoods, they owe us an apology and reparations, you poison selling bastards. If Will Smith owes black people an apology, the gang members in all the black neighborhoods who terrorize, they're our KKK. They owe the black community an apology. So I guess if you say if Will has to apologize, make all of them. Make Megan Thee Stallion, Big Lotto, City Girls, Nicki Minaj. Does it say Cardi B? Make them all apologize to the black community for the foolishness and the ignorance that is perpetrated to us and perpetrated upon us as a group. But you know what? But Will, if you ever see this video, man, I'd like to have you on my YouTube channel, just to have a conversation. It can be 30 minutes. I just have a few questions or maybe something I want to say to you. What I said on here, I like to say it to you because it's like, man, it was terrible. That feeling, it took a long time for that feeling to go away. That feeling of disappointment, that feeling of just deep hurt and disappointment. I like, come on, bro. And I don't know, that night, Will, if you allowed the quote unquote, the good guy attacks to get to you that night, you felt, as they would say in the hood, you felt you need to straighten your business up or take care of your woman that night. I don't know, but it was probably a culmination of things, you know, being made fun of, not being, you know, referred to as not being black enough or corny or almost Carlton Banks-esque. You know, I know when you try to be a good guy, your image is that of a good guy, a clean-cut guy in society, let alone rap music, let alone in Hollywood. And you got these other folks who swear they know what black is, or they say black is not a monolith. But then you try to act outside of stereotypes, all of a sudden you get teased for not being ghetto and hood and pushing the image of a pants-sagging, ignorant, tattooed up, grilled out teeth, stupid motherfucker. The people that they seem to don't have too many problems with. So, but Will, get at me, bro. Get your people, and let's set up this one-on-one on my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel that's like for mental health. It's called Your Master Social Worker. It's brand new. I don't have anything on it, but it'd be a great start to have you on there. Let's talk about what's going on, or maybe I can just tell you what I thought about it. Let's see where you are. And congratulations to you and Martin Lawrence, because people talk like Martin Lawrence was in the movie. Shout out to the both of you on a job well done with the movie. I haven't seen it, so I don't know if it's a job well done, but I'll just congratulate you on the numbers that you've been pulling. And that movie's gonna probably make $1 billion. Because we always like a good action movie, action-packed movie. And black men being the stars of a action-packed movie. We haven't had one of those since Blade. I don't count Black Panther because there was some feminist weak shit, you know. I didn't even waste my time or my money to go see that second one. Trash. I understand that they're making a new Black Panther, and I just hope, but I know he is, that, what's his name? The one, what's the brother's name? Who directed the Black Panther? Him and Michael B. Jordan's buddy. I hope he doesn't, but he is. He's directing the Black Panther. He's gonna ruin it as well. Well, I understand in the second movie they identified Black Panther had a son or something with Lupita Nyong'o's character. I didn't know they even liked each other like that, because in the first one, they didn't even look like there was no sexual chemistry at all on their screen. So I was shocked that they said in the second one that there's a little son was identified. So Ryan Coogler, and I hope Ryan, don't make a bitch out of this Black Panther, please, bro. Don't cater to the feminist mafia and make a bitch out of this black man. Don't make it like the women are the stars and like they the toughest ones in the movie. If you can, Ryan Coogler, bro, would you mind consulting with the writers and the producers of the first Blade and of the James Bond movies, or even the Avengers movie before they went woke, where the men looked like they were in charge and the men were the leaders? Yeah, the ladies can be the guards, but they can't, masculinize this Black Panther, please. The only one that had the masculinity, and the other one was, Michael B. Jordan's character. But then you want to make his masculinity toxic. Y'all think y'all so slick. But Michael B. Jordan is the one who people remember the most. Because the regular, and rest in peace to the brother, Chadwick. But people didn't remember him. They remembered Michael B. Jordan in the movie. And so let's let Black Panther be a man. And don't pick no little ass, and again, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. He was too small, too little. Get a real brawny, get a real man, a brawnier, beefier man to play, because black boys need to see brothers who present themselves like Michael J. White. They need to see people like them on the screen. And all these little halfway pansy ass image of black men. Yuck. But anyway, it's your man Rico. Will, get at me, bro. You gotta send your people out here and hit me up on here. I'll respond, man. Work some up. It'd be like 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Maybe just have a conversation on my. You can do it on this one, or you can do it on my Your Master Social Worker. That's more my mental health thing. And I can talk to you about mental health, talk to you about what you've been doing since that night, how have you handled it, what you've been doing, how have you gotten past that. So, but anyway, y'all continue to like, share, and subscribe. It's your man Rico. The opinionist in the description box. It's got my Cash App and my PayPal. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be cool. Peace.